I think we're coming into a pretty challenging economic environment, and this is a moment in measurement when buyers and brands are really looking to understand value. I think there's a lot of conversations about how currency is evolving, and how buyers and sellers are looking to transact, ultimately on currencies that are hopefully a little bit more uniform. We're living in a multi-currency landscape, and how measurement informs all those currencies is a topic of huge debate. We just had a gathering of our agency council just before the holidays, and the topic was how to get a more unified approach to transacting in CTV, premium video, long-form video, and multiple platforms, publishers, OSs, OEMs, all making it a real challenge to get a common view. But I think underlying the red thread through all that is how to create quality measures across all this. And so I think the topic du jour is attention, no surprise, and I think IAB has got a pretty big remit to start to bring some standardization and commonality to that conversation too.
So why is there so much attention being paid to attention at the moment? Why has it become such an important topic?
I think there's always been the trifecta of valuation: audience, attention, and outcomes. I think the quality and availability of signal, and driven in part by the privacy mandate, the more privacy-centric approaches, is giving attention a lot more tailwinds to become a focus of buyers and sellers transacting. And I think that going back to that idea of a more unified approach, attention is something that everyone has a sense of what it means, but honestly, what is attention? Is it time spent? Is it an enhancement of dwell time? Is attention metrics an evolution of viewability? I think that's a fundamental question that has to be discussed, and we're looking forward to the IAB has our annual leadership meeting coming up end of this month, and our measurement summit is going to be focused on attention. So we'll be digging into a lot of these core issues about how buyers and sellers want to understand quality going forward.
So the other question that comes up again and again and again, of course, is around walled gardens and their role in the ecosystem. Give us your sense of what steps the industry is taking to try and address some of those concerns.
I think the approach towards unified identity was an early stage of that. I think the challenge, if you look just in the CTV space, someone I was talking to yesterday here at the conference, just how similar it is to the earlier days of mobile. Think about your own CTV viewing experience, and you've got the operating system that might also be owned by the OEM. You've got the layer of apps on top of that, and then you've got the measurement systems and the analytics systems all trying to go in between all of it. So I think the upside for a walled garden is great. You've got all this massive scale of data. The friction that it creates for the buy side is massive though. So I think this is the promise of open measurement, and this is something IAB's Tech Lab has been focused on for a while. We've released Open Measurement SDK for CTV, and our approach and our hope is that creating a common baseline of data across all platforms, all publishers, all CTV systems is going to make it a lot easier for buyers to understand the effectiveness of their campaigns.
So you mentioned CTV and streaming, which is obviously a huge growing part of the market, presents lots of exciting measurement opportunities, but also some challenges at the moment.
Yeah.
How is the IAB trying to help the industry deal with some of those measurement challenges in the CTV space?
Well, going back to that currency conversation, CTV is the home of more long-form video, TV-like content, and so that age-old question of what's currency, I think is an area that we want to partner with our members on. IAB is made up of publishers, of course, but also agencies and holdcos and brands as well. And so I think the role of IAB is ultimately to create some commonality in the systems used to measure, right? The plumbing, as it were, the vast signals, the open measurement SDKs, the contextual signals that are available in our content taxonomies, use all of that ultimately to create a common approach to buying and selling. And in this year, when it's going to be such a lot of friction coming from the economy itself, there's no more important time for standards to make it easier for everybody to transact.
So lastly, we're seeing tremendous innovation in the measurement marketplace at the moment.
Yeah.
Lots of exciting new products and solutions, partnerships and standards. What innovations can we look forward to in the year ahead for the really exciting you and your colleagues?
I think this is an important year. It's like I said, a challenging year economically, but innovation happens in these moments. And so if you look at the kind of multi-vendor, multi-measurement currency landscape, I think you're going to see innovations take place that are going to be so critical. Attention is one of them. I think really making sense of all this is going to take a lot more testing and learning. So we're looking forward to partnering with the tech enablers that are going to be setting up laboratories essentially to understand effectiveness at a creative level. We don't talk about creative enough, and it is a huge impact on outcomes and has to be part of the measurement conversation. So I think I'm looking forward to a lot more understanding at a lab level and a test and learn level around a lot of the new platforms and approaches to measurement.